Welcome to another Ice Cream Sunday Live. I'm really sorry, guys. We just had some technical issues. So, in the excitement of having some guests on with me today, I decided to click the live button. Didn't go live, and I was sat here talking to you guys without you being able to hear me. It was a lot of fun. So we just had a rehearsal basically. But as I've said, I am not alone. I am joined by some wonderful guests. So I will just bring them on and we'll have a good old Scream 7 chat. If you guys do want to join in the chat, please do just pop anything that you feel like in the chat, as long as it is obviously respectful. And we will try and get to as many of you as we can. But anyway, without further ado, I will be bringing on my guests. Obviously, I can't do this without my YouTube partner in crime. I don't know who he is. It's Kyle. It's Kyle.
It's Kyle. Yeah. Just as
How are you
Randy.
doing?
I'm doing good. Happy to be here. I'm just going to Screen 7, hang out with our amazing guest today.
I mean, at least the live button has been clicked properly now, and
Yeah.
we're not just sat here in rehearsal. But thank you for joining. As
you're
always,
welcome.
it is
I'm
amazing
happy to
to
be
have you.
here for sure.
Next person that I thought it was Kylie as well, Russell. I was
very
a little bit
close.
scared.
It was
Very close.
There's a lot of suspense.
There was. The next person I am going to be bringing on is an amazing friend and such an amazing person to talk to. It is, of course, the beautiful Shell from Chris and Shell Talk Movies. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. It's a great time already. I mean, already we're having a blast. So I don't know what's going to happen next.
Right.
I'm still tickled by it because we were having
pretty outstanding. I'm not going to lie.
It was.
That is definitely that's a Shell problem. That would be
if
something
only
that
it had been recorded. Well, exactly. This is I don't think even you would be that that silly.
I'm always a mess.
To be honest with you.
And thank you, Barry. Thank you, Barry.
But I cannot obviously do this without Shell's partner, YouTube partner in crime. I am, of course, talking about Chris from Chris and Shell Talk Movies.
What's up, everybody?
There he is.
I am. Good to see us.
I kind of feel like our intros when I didn't click live were a little bit more enthusiastic, and I'm sorry about that, guys.
It's the lost intro.
I can't help it. I'm so sorry. And we do have one more guest with us today. He has been on my channel once before, and he is an amazing YouTuber. Does some great content, and it is Shot by Shot. Thank you so much for joining. I can't speak properly.
Yo, it is happening again. I cannot hear you. Once you put me backstage, then I can't hear y'all.
Right, let me remove and then add to stage.
How's that?
This isn't great. Can you hear us now?
I don't know what's going on. Hold up.
Huh. Okay. So this is also something else that was happening behind the scenes. For some reason, StreamYard's being a bit of an idiot to Shot by Shot and isn't letting him hear what we have to say. So hopefully he'll get that sorted and we can have a great discussion with you guys. Whilst he is sorting that out, I will just have a quick check in the chat, see who's here and what is going on. I can see that there's quite a few people here already. We have got Stony Balloon. I can't even say that. I'm not even going to try. Saying, yay, can't wait to hear everyone's opinions. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope that you have had a great weekend so far. We have also got Stephanie coming in saying, I'd like to see Scream 8 have Sid, Tatum, Kirby, Tara, Sam, Emma Evans, Rebecca Evans team up, or Sam being killer in Scream 8 or 9. It would be good to see some, it would be good to see some recurring characters. Right. We also have Scott Walker coming in saying, hello, everybody. Welcome in, Scott. Thank you so much for joining. I take it you have now seen Scream 7, so it would be interesting to see what you think. We do also have Bubba Voorhees. He was the winner of our giveaway on the last live that we did, saying, I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently Tara was going to be the opening kill in Scream 7, and that's what would make Sam become Ghostface. I have heard that myself. So I wouldn't be too shocked. Yeah, that would have been good. That would have been very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%.
We have also got Russell coming in saying, what's up, everyone? Let's smash that like button if you haven't already. Hi, Em, and everyone in chat. Let's get this party started. Thank you for being here, Russell. It's always a pleasure to see you. And Bubba saying, did the stream start? Yeah, obviously when we were having having a lovely, a lovely behind the scenes chat.
We had a rehearsal.
We definitely did. We've also got Shay Rance coming in saying, yo, what is up, Shay? Thank you for being here. Yo. And we have Ghost in the Dark Kills saying, hey, what is up? Thank you for being here. Hope that you are doing well. We've also got Wolfman's Got Nards, aka Barry, saying it's Doofy, obviously referring to the mask that that Kyle was wearing there. Hope that you're good and thank you for being here. Let me just see.
Nice to see you, Barry, and thank you for the nice words.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Hang on, bear with me. Sorry, I had to. My partner's dad is currently watching. He doesn't know how to comment because he's a bit slow. And I would just like to put out to every football fan that he's a massive Spurs fan. So if everybody can just put in the chat, go Spurs, that would be great. So I can show him that everybody is just loving him there. He hates Spurs. That's why I'm actually saying it. I'm just winding him up. We have also got Erica coming in saying, hey, what is up, Erica?
Yo, it's finally working.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's great. It's a little bit of an echo. I can't hear myself. I don't know.
Hold up. I'm gonna see. I don't have any other tabs opened for the live. So.
I might. Do you have? Are we on speaker?
We're on.
What?
Because it might. Do you have it coming through on speaker, or do you have any earbuds in?
I have it speaker, but I can plug in my headphones.
That's probably the echo then.
That would be
That's
the
probably what it is. It's okay. These happen. But sorry, we've got Erica coming in saying, hey, what's up, Erica? Thank you for joining. And we also have Gina coming in saying, hi, everyone. Bear with me.
You know, you probably feel like Sydney right now. I want to hear myself. Not hearing me.
Who's calling? Who's calling?
Not hearing me.
I don't know where it's coming from. We'll sort it out. Bear with me one sec. I'm just going to mute for a second just so I can get through this and we'll sort that all out. We've also got Nightmare Files coming in saying that he's on his way to Undertone. Undertone. Is that new movie that everybody?
Yeah, that's the one with.
It's a podcast. I really want to hear that. Somebody said in the chat that they saw it and they loved it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I have heard really good things.
Someone said they're on their way to go see it.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
People have been telling me about it too.
Crying out loud. So Barry's saying, come on, Arsenal. That's actually Alice's dad's team. So kind of had to ruin it there, Barry. I'm not going to lie. But we have got Shell coming in saying, go Spurs. We've also got Ghost in the Dark Hills saying, go Spurs as well. So we do have them coming a little bit. Ghost in the Dark Hills is also asking, do you guys like Hush, the horror movie? I can't. Is that the one where she's deaf?
Yeah, she's deaf, and then obviously someone rocks up to her house. Yes.
That's Mike Flanagan, right? That is a good movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at that. Well, I'm going to write that one down.
It's a really good movie. A really, really good movie. It's got what's her name in it? The girl from Haunting of Hill House. She's in that. She plays one of the sisters. She's very good.
Nice.
Ghost in the Dark Kills is saying, hello, horror. What's your favorite scary movie? It's obviously Scream.
10 guesses. 10 guesses. You only need one.
I mean, I don't think it's that obvious. We've also got Oracle coming in saying, what's up, everybody? What is going on, Oracle? Thank you so much for joining. That Ghost Spurs really went down very well with Mark. So thanks, guys. And thank you, Gina, for saying, don't forget to send the like button some love, people, please. Thank you very much. So let's see if this is still working. No, I don't know what's going on, Shotty, but we can hear ourselves still when you're unmuted. I'm not quite sure. We'll sort it out though, guys. It's not a problem. These things happen. It's part of the whole YouTube live situation. So but anyway, guys, let's just crack into it. We'll wait for, I'm sure Shotty will let us know when he sort of sorted it all out and we can bring him back in. Scream 7.
Unmute when he wants to talk.
Yes, we can do that. That's absolutely fine. So Scream 7, obviously it's been a couple of weeks now since the movie has been out. It has got a lot of mixed reviews, I would say, and I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but the community kind of feels very weird at the moment with Scream. Obviously, we've also had a lot of news about Kevin Williamson not returning for a possible Scream 8, and also several other things that have sort of thrown spanners in the work. I guess what I'll do first is if we just talk about our thoughts on Scream 7, and then we can go into everything about what's currently going on and where we see it going, especially with everything. But yeah, what did you guys actually think about the movie itself?
Oh, I'll start off. I really enjoyed Scream 7, especially the second time. I love the opening. I thought it was awesome. The opening of the Stumacher house. I thought the kill was a great, especially Mechanic Grace. That was my favorite kill of the movie. I did like the mother and daughter dynamic with Sydney and Tatum. I would love to see more Tatum interact with her dad. She didn't really get to interact with Mark that much, but Mark was a nice surprise. He kicked Ghostface's ass and came back alive.
100%.
I loved it. I loved his portrayal. It was awesome. I thought the Tatum chase was pretty awesome throughout right till the from the beginning, right? Mm-hmm. Tatum's chase was awesome. That of the AI stuff, I thought they disrespected Scott Foley and Foley Metcalf and David Arquette. I thought they could have did a lot much better if they're going to do more. Could have done much better with the deepfake. It was great to see Matthew. It was cool, but I don't mind the actual reveals. I thought Anna and Cam I'm with M on this. I thought Anna and Cam did an awesome job. It was rushed because of the AI. They could have just got rid of that and just continued. You would have had a better smooth. But other than that, I really enjoyed Scream 7. I thought the direction was great. The kills were great. Ghostface looked awesome. I thought Kevin Williamson did awesome as the director. I wish he'd written the whole entire thing. But other than that, I enjoyed Scream 7. So
give it a shot.
I'm gonna unmute him.
Okay, is there still an echo?
No,
there's not.
Okay, good. I had to turn on voice isolation for that.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Right.
Okay.
There we go.
So what did you think about the movie, Shot? I haven't actually really spoken to you too much about what you thought about it.
Yeah, so my opinion has changed a lot. Okay, I've seen this movie twice, about a kind of like 2 days apart, and over time, the more I've thought about it and I've sat with the movie, the more it went from being an 8 out of 10 to now a 6 out of 10. Just the more mainly the AI part, the more I think about that, the more I just cringe, and a lot of the CGI blood that really got on me, because I could tell it was CGI, and I'm a person who loves practical effects, like with Terrifier. But yeah, over time I don't know.
No, I'm with you on the AI. That's my least favorite aspect of the movie. For me, they really could have done without it. And I know that a lot of people loved seeing Matthew Lillard back, but actually I think that I love Matthew Lillard, but I really did not enjoy his performance. And for me, it really did kind of take away from the movie. As I said, I really do love him, but I really don't think it was needed. and he was too, like you said, it really made me cringe. All of the calls that he did made me cringe, and even the last, I think what ruined the reveal for me was people, sorry, not people, the previous killers in AI. It just felt really weird. I just really didn't like it, and I don't like that they took away from the calls, because Roger L. Jackson is the only way that I think calls should be made, as Ghostface, as the killer. And yeah, I agree with the AI. I really do. Chris and Shal, I know that you're kind of, Chris is sort of doesn't really like certain aspects, especially towards the motive. But what did you guys think about it?
I've enjoyed the film the more that I watch it. I do agree with the point that it was lacking Roger L. Jackson as the voice. That was probably one of the major letdowns for sure. Obviously had a good time with the chase scene and that type of stuff. Enjoyed the opening, like all the callbacks inside the house. And as I've talked about before, probably my one disappointment was just the motive itself.
That's fair enough. What about you, Shal?
I would almost echo everything Kyle said. I did not, and what you said about Matthew, I love Matthew. I mean, how could you not? But I really think he was unnecessary. And I think it would have flowed better without him.
I agree.
A lot better.
I agree with that.
If you would have, sometimes if you take away someone from the movie, it doesn't impact it. You know, they're like, oh, they're inconsequential or whatever. But I think if you would have taken that out of it, it would have been a lot nicer and it would have flown a lot better. I do like the motive, how she's, she's addicted to Sydney and what she did, and she's like the rabid fan almost. I get that, but we really needed to see more of Jessica. It didn't hit that she was so angry. It's like it would have really hit like if Gail came out with this motive, because we're invested. I wasn't invested in Jessica at all. We saw her for a total of 4.5 minutes. So to me, the reveal was awful because we're not invested in any of these people. Like, who cares? Even at the end of 4, at least we're invested in Charlie and we're invested in Jill. So it matters that they're the killer. And even in 3, Sydney didn't know who he was, but at least we did. And I mean, that Scott Foley and Laurie Metcalf were completely wasted.
Yes.
I mean, what the hell was that? I'm glad they didn't try to de-age them, because obviously Scott Foley looks a lot different than he did in 3. But I'm glad they didn't de-age them, but they should have put Roman's glasses on him at least. And I was hoping he was lying when he said he only filmed for 3 hours, but it also annoys me that it took 3 hours to get that pile of shit. I mean, the first time I saw it, it was a 2. Genuinely, but I was trying to absorb everything at once. So I actually missed the motive, even though we get it twice, because that's what Mindy says. I didn't think the kills were good enough. McKenna Grace's could have been so much better. The effects in that and the effects in the beer tap kill were horrible. I mean, we spent a lot of money on this movie. And McKenna Grace's kill could have been all practical, but it wasn't. They CGI'd the mess out of her that came out of her, and that was terrible. So the second time I saw it, I would have given it a 5. I think it'll grow on me the more I watch it. The first time I saw 2, I wasn't a big fan. Now I really enjoy it. So I'm hoping the more I watch it, the more I'll appreciate it. But there's a lot of it that I think we just could have taken out.
I do think it's
added maybe 20 minutes to the movie and had more Jessica.
Yeah. I think the thing is with Jessica, like she actually had more screen time than Mickey and Mrs. Loomis. However, the development of character wasn't there because, and even she said in the interview, she thinks that she thought that Jessica needed more time, and the scene that she got was just outside with Gail, and But we know
Right.
that was Guy.
And that's what they gave her.
Yeah. But we know that was Guy that wrote that, because Kevin's involvement with writing was literally between Sydney and Tatum, Gail and Sydney, Mark and Sydney. It was all basically Sydney.
Sydney Lessons.
I was just about to say.
Sydney.
So I think that I really don't think he should be brought back if they do another movie. I don't like his writing at all. And I think you can definitely see where Kevin came in with the writing compared to where Guy wrote. And you're right when you say that we needed more Jessica. She was definitely wasted. I personally have her in my top 5 killers just because of how she performed. And
she was outstanding for sure.
Brilliant.
But think of how good she would have been had we had more of her. She's outstanding in the hell's that vampire show that she was in? True Blood. She was outstanding in that. Outstanding. She's very good and underutilized in a lot of things. But yeah, I think we just needed more. Because I mean, if I don't care about the killer, then I don't care. You know, right. She took off the mask and I went, oh God. I mean, even though they already ruined it for me, but I was very disappointed that it was her.
Yeah,
of course, get that. I can't think of anybody else in that movie that we got enough of that the motive would have made any sense, unless it was one of the legacy characters.
Yeah, unless it was somebody like Chad and Mindy, or Mindy could. I've always thought Mindy could be a very good killer.
I think so too. Yeah, she's got it in her.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that she could have. They could have definitely done something better. I enjoyed it more the second time round I watched it. Still, it's about 7 to 7.5 for me. It's not top of the league, but I think it's better than 5 and 6.
100%.
I think 5 and 6. I think Kevin probably helped with that because the character development with Sydney and Tatum was very, very good, and that to me made the movie more enjoyable than watching fan fiction. Which is essentially what 5 and 6 is. But yeah, it was very there's certain parts of it that just felt empty. I didn't really care about Tatum's friends not being too much developed, like having too much development in them, because they needed to be those throwaway characters because the story was basically based on 2 people, being Sydney and Tatum. So you can't have too much development in other characters when you have that, because it kind of would just drag on a bit.
But we still had more development of those kids in the bar.
Yeah.
Than we did of Jessica.
Yes, exactly that.
Yeah.
Exactly that. And I don't like the bar kill. I like it. I like that they did something different, but like Shotty was saying, the CGI in it was, especially at the end, it was just terrible. And I'm a practical effects person. Yeah. I'm such a practical effects person.
And Scream should be practical effects, in my opinion.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree. So I don't like that choice that they made. I think it's probably worth just breaking down the movie, going from start to finish, and saying what we thought worked and what we thought didn't work. If you guys are cool with that.
Yeah,
sure.
I think the opening personally was a very good opening. I really enjoyed the opening scene.
Especially, sorry, Emma. Especially,
no, you go ahead.
Especially, I liked it when we first got the mechanical Ghostface, and then you can tell when it was actually the actual Ghostface when he switched it. I love that part. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was, and even just.
I'm
yes,
sorry.
I was just about to. No, you're fine. I was just about to say even just like the things like the phone call and stuff. It was all fun. Like it was a lot of fun, but also creepy.
It's not my favorite opening, but it's one of the more fun ones.
Don't forget to leave a 5-star review.
It's definitely my second favorite behind Scream 2's opening. It was fun.
Nice.
It was a perfect like little like opening to get you ready. It was a great runtime for it. Had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I think that they really got into the fan service well, because I saw myself in Scott 100%. I mean, obviously I've got all this crap here. Not crap, it's great. But I would be that person in the house being like, oh, this is where Sydney jumped out of the closet and all of that.
Yeah. And the girl, you could see that like that was an actual relationship that they had. The girl was so humoring this guy. All she wanted to do was go upstairs, lay in the tub with some bubbles. She didn't want to do any of the other crap, but she was down there humoring him. And I love that she knew about Jason, that he never drowned. That was outstanding.
It was a trick question.
It was
Yeah.
great.
Trick question. He's like trying to figure numbers all over the place, trying to figure out blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you're an idiot.
You know,
they had a really great relationship. Their chemistry was really good.
me and Chris noticed this. Since they removed the trees, it looked like Stu's house was on a highway.
It did. It was ridiculous.
It did.
I
Yeah.
chuckled.
It's
Yeah,
fine when
chuckled.
it's fine when the camera angle swaps around and then it's right at the front, and then Scott does the
Right.
whole like that. It's when they're driving down the street. It literally looks like the house is in the bloody
Right
like
off I-95.
right in the outback of Australia.
Hilarious.
It's like he's running a fast food place.
Yeah.
No, it was it's definitely questionable, some of the can you hear me okay, by the way?
We can.
Yeah, sound good.
Definitely questionable why they chose to do that, because even in 5 it looked different than that.
Yeah, it did.
Sure did.
Yep.
So it was very weird. But
What?
I actually liked the kills in it as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
There weren't
Amazing.
enough. We had too many people live.
Too many people that mattered, I would say, live.
Yeah. There were, they're like, oh, it's going to be the bloodiest one yet. And I'm like, where? Even McKenna Grace, that could have been so outstanding.
It really could have.
And
It really
wasn't.
could
It was
have.
very lackluster. Good grief.
I mean,
Even like the whole
lackluster.
I'm going to burn it all down thing, that didn't make sense because they didn't do it.
yeah,
They didn't even say
that was
it.
never brought up
Didn't even
again in the
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
So it
They
was
barely,
a bit,
one of the most, I hate this word, but iconic pieces of Scream history is the Mocker House. It burns to the ground and it gets like a blurb of 4 seconds. Oh yeah, it's gone. Boop, let's move on. Boop. What is that? Where's the disconnect?
The trailer
Yeah.
made it sound so personal, and then when you get to it, it wasn't really
There was
personal.
not right. There was nothing.
I would have loved
agree.
I would have loved to see Sydney's reaction to that, and like really like her see that this ghost face is like serious, that this isn't just a prank.
Right.
Yeah,
Like somebody
exactly
sends her
that.
the link or something in her email to the house burning down. And so she clicks it and then she gets to see the whole thing. Or like something. Like it's mentioned to her and it's like it's in passing.
yeah, exactly. And she didn't, because it was Gail that mentioned it to her, I believe.
Mhm.
And it's like it didn't even.
Right. it
There
didn't
was
even faze
nothing
her.
there. It was a throwaway line where, yeah, I
Yep.
don't know. I don't know. But obviously from the opening, we were introduced to Tatum, and I did like that, but I didn't like it at the same time because it was very obviously copying Billy
Yeah, the lines
and
were cringy.
yeah,
hate-
it was very cringe.
That was creepy.
Oh, horrible.
He's even doing the
didn't like
hand
that.
gestures. Like everything was exactly the same. It was very
Yeah.
creepy.
I didn't like it at all.
Trevor did it better.
I think that he did do it better.
Yeah.
And I think that could have been kept out. They could have introduced him a very different way. And we could have got that understanding of the character that Sydney is not the biggest fan of him in a different way. It didn't have to be that.
Right.
So for me, that was a bit off. But I did like Sydney. I really liked the way Sydney came in, and it was very. She's not thick, and you can see the development in Sydney very quickly, and that's where you can see Kevin's writing is straight
Mhm.
away.
Yes,
You knew
yes,
that
she's
Sydney
very
was
good.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
Nev
Nev
obviously
was
helped that.
outstanding.
Yeah,
Outstanding.
she really was.
She played Mama Bear very well. I did not enjoy it the first time I saw it. I thought, God, she sucked. But again, trying to get everything. But then the second time I was like, why did I think that? Because she's outstanding. That's what you get when you try to watch every aspect. But yeah, and I really liked Isabel May. I thought she was really good.
I really liked
I know
her.
not
There's a
everybody
lot of
did,
people that
but I
didn't.
did like her a lot.
Well,
I thought she was great.
her performance was awesome. I think she's got
Mhm.
so much potential to continue. So much more.
I
stuff.
agree. Very quickly, I know I haven't been getting to everybody in the chat. I will try and get through. But Davey Deathray has come in. What's going on? Davey?
Yo,
Thank
what's
you for
up,
coming in.
Davey?
Hello, baby.
And he's saying, hey, everyone, Scream 8 will happen, and my money is on Kevin returning. He put out a pretty good bargaining chip earlier this week. Ooh, interesting.
What was the chip?
Yeah, I'd like
What was
to
the
know
bargaining
that.
chip? I missed that. All
Let
I've heard
us
is he's
know.
out.
That's all I've heard as well.
Oh God, I hope. Fingers crossed that Davey's right. If not, Davey, I say you do it. Get your ass out there and make it work.
Yeah.
Get on out
I am
there,
terrified.
Davey.
Yeah, Davey.
Terrified of what we're gonna get.
We also do have
scared.
Eli coming in. Thank you for being here. Just sharing everybody's links, which is great. So thank you for being here, Eli. Always a pleasure. I agree with what Barry is saying here. Unfortunately, part 6 takes the crown of pointless deaths. Three bodega guys, 2 wannabe ghost faces, an opening Laura, Gail's boyfriend. The only meaningful kill was Annika. Yeah, they definitely. Oh, and a bathtub dude. Yeah, I agree with that. I really do. I think that 6 is by far the
bathtub
worst.
dude. That was weird. Like we never saw him before. He was all naked and bloody.
They made that look like
Very
that was
weird.
going to be what's his name as well, the guy that played Jason. They made it look like it was going to be him in the trailer.
That's what it looked
very
like.
similar. We've also got Stacey coming in saying hello. Welcome in, Stacey. I hope you're well.
Hi, Stacey.
But yeah, if I haven't gotten to everybody, I do apologize. Oracle is also saying, I thought Isabel May was a standout in this film. Agreed. And I really liked the way that Tatum and Sydney have their relationship. I thought it was very, very good.
They had really good chemistry. Like they'd known each other a long time. Obviously
really
not
did.
Sydney and what's her name, but you could tell that Isabel May and Nev spent a lot of time together developing that.
You can, which is really nice to see. Davey's saying that he said he will take a step back because he wants to direct another movie that he's written. Now Paramount knows that they can offer him the opportunity to make that movie if he signs up for Scream 8.
Thought that's what he was going to say. Talk about.
I heard about the other movie, but I didn't make that connection. That's really good, Davey. I like that.
He's
God,
doing
he'll
do Jamie Lee Curtis.
God, I hope it works.
Oh yeah,
because an all Kevin Scream would be outstanding. That other guy's definitely got to go.
Yeah, I'd be sick. He's got
gotta go.
What did you guys think about the introduction of Tatum's friends? Because we got there quite quickly, sort of from that. Obviously, we had a little bit of a tiff between Sydney and Tatum when she found the coat. Just a quick side note: I really enjoyed Mark's role in this, where he.
Oh, can we talk about him for just a second?
Yeah, we can. He was great.
He was I
like
was so upset that they cast that idiot to be in this movie. Joel McHale is a moron. I don't know what he is as a person, but in everything that I've ever seen him in, he's an idiot. And I thought, oh my God, they're putting him as, because it takes a special person to be Sidney Prescott's husband. You need to be a special, tough, kick-ass kind of guy, as Mark Kincaid would have been. So I'm like, what is this moron gonna do? And I am never been so happy to be wrong in my life, because he was friggin' outstanding. He kicked the shit out of Ghostface upstairs. I appreciate he ended up on the floor. Kicked the crap out of him in the yard, and he fought like hell before he got stabbed. He was great. 100% bring him back for everything. I want him in everything now.
Oh, I do. I think he was brilliant, and the way he put Sydney in line as well when he knew Sydney was.
Oh, that was my favorite part.
It was great.
That was
he's like, that was totally on you. Like, oh my God, I love it. Outstanding.
I love the scene, especially how when Ghostface has Tatum and he gets ready and he gets for the move and he smacks Ghostface and takes him on. I thought that was an awesome scene. And Joel McHale erased it, Kincaid, because Kincaid would never fought the same way as this Mark.
Oh, well, Kincaid was in, each time he walked into a room in 3, he got his ass kicked.
He would bounced off the fireplace.
Right. Right.
So,
I think they would have written Mark Kincaid a little better this time, but because Kevin didn't write that either. But no. I love Joel McHale, and I'm so happy that he did a great job.
And when he fell off, I was like, "Oh, come on, survive, damn it!" When he fell off, when he hit the stairs, I was like, "Keep going," and he did.
He's a tough character.
He is tough.
Outstanding.
And he even tackled Carl onto the street before he got ran over.
Yeah,
Mm.
he was
Yes.
doing the
Yeah.
ninja moves with the knife, like swinging it this way. And he was wonderful. We can move on now, or I'll talk about him for an hour. He was freaking wonderful.
He's brilliant. He really is brilliant. And I've
One of
never
the
liked
shining
Mark Kincaid.
moments.
Yeah, he was, and I never liked the thought of Mark Kincaid and Sydney together because I really didn't get that feeling from Scream 3. So for me, having Joel McHale come in wasn't a big thing, and I'm
Oh,
very
I
glad
totally
that it
got the
worked out.
vibe in 3. Yeah, for sure.
Did you? I
Yeah.
got that he liked her, but I don't think it was quite. I don't know. He came across really creepy, but I love Patrick Dempsey, so
Yeah.
Well,
I do hope to
he
see him
didn't
again.
he didn't know if he was the killer or not, so he played
Mm.
it as if he were. That's why, like, especially in that office scene when it's just him and Sid, he's all sorts of weird because he thought he was the killer. That's why he played it that way. I read that the other day.
Yeah, it's mad. It is mad. But I'm glad that, like, I'm not glad that everything happened to Patrick Dempsey that happened, because obviously he was in the California wildfires with his house, and that's horrible.
Mhm.
But I'm glad that we had Mark Evans rather than Mark Kincaid,
Absolutely
because
outstanding.
he was perfect. Sydney, no, Tatum's friends. What did we think?
I thought they were okay. I mean,
Yeah,
they
they were
defended
fine.
her. They were. I mean, really, you could have put anybody in there.
Yeah.
They were
It's true.
they were important to the story because Tatum needed people on her side because she thought her mom was against her, but it could have been anybody.
Yeah,
They were just kill count.
They were okay.
Excuse me.
They served their purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they served what they were there for.
Davy Kincaid's hair,
Yeah.
That's right.
outstanding. It's
Well,
very.
we mentioned
It's
that
not
when
quite
we,
as poofy as it was in With Honors, but it's poofy.
when we did our marathon. We mentioned the hair.
The hair, yeah. It was something. There's a lot of it.
There was a lot of it. They don't call him McDreamy for nothing. That has
Ooh, absolutely.
Oh, we lost your voice again, Em.
Oh,
There you go. You're all
Yeah.
good.
I don't know.
Lost it again.
I'm gonna buy you a new microphone.
yeah, she needs a new microphone.
Dodgy
Cool.
microphone.
No, it's me. It was me messing around with it. I'm so sorry. Can you? Okay, that's better. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry, no, that was me. That was just me messing around. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I think McKenna Grace was wasted, if I'm perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She could have been a really good role in the movie. And I feel like we got literally 20 seconds of her.
She was busy
Yeah.
at the time.
Oh, what the
Uh-oh.
hell? Did Ghost
Well,
Whisperer-
McKenna
All right,
Grace.
so- Go ahead, Chris.
McKenna Grace
me
was
messing
filming.
around.
McKenna Grace was filming something else at the time. Plus, she was doing some concerts and that as well. So they probably only had limited time for her to be on there.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It felt like there's the writing for her wasn't very on point. I don't know. She's got so much potential. I just feel like it wasn't.
She was
I don't
very
know,
just
this-
sort of there, and she could
There.
have been. She could have been a lot more.
Oh,
I agree.
absolutely.
She could have been. She really could have been, and it's
She
quite
could've-
annoying.
She could have been Sydney's daughter, really.
I reckon they were probably going that way, to be perfectly honest with you, before Isabel May. They were probably looking at her at being a bigger part because of her name.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't shock me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I would have loved to see more with McKenna Grace. Do a little bit more in the movie.
Yeah.
They put a lot into this. Like it was a lot of movie in a very short amount of time. They could have easily added 20 to 25 minutes to the film or made it a 2-part.
Yeah, a cliffhanger would have been great. A cliffhanger would have worked really, really well for this movie.
I think so too. I'd love a cliffhanger. Shot can't hear Chris and I, so he's gonna pop out again.
Oh, okay. Okay, no problem. You just take your time.
Well, we've all talked about it.
That's
We wanted a
fine.
cliffhanger.
It's very much.
Especially that was something leading to the next movie would have been cool. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's one of those things where I just think that there's. Sorry, I'm just seeing that Shotty's just coming back in. Sorry, there's just a few. There we go. Can you hear everybody now?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us now?
You hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear.
Okay.
Alright,
Awesome.
I think it's a StreamYard thing. I'm not too sure.
I hope it's not. I have an Oscar stream that's going to be like 5 hours in a little bit. So
Oh,
I need it to behave.
Bless
Damn
you.
it.
Yeah, if you guys are into the Oscars, definitely go over to Chris and Shell's channel afterwards, where Shell will be joined by a very special guest. I believe.
Yes,
it's,
horror Haley. It'll be a good time.
So that'll be a lot of fun. So yeah. But then obviously we do have the other characters that we see, like Marco and Carl. Let's just talk about them for a minute, because Carl was I didn't get that. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't get the whole Carl thing. It kind of felt like they just wanted it. It kind of felt to me like he did for a moment. I don't know if anybody else picked this up, but when he picked up his coffee from Sydney, he did kind of look like Stu a little bit. Like what Matthew Lillard could possibly have looked like if we didn't know what Matthew Lillard
I can
looked
see
like.
that.
I can see that, sure.
So for me, I think that they were trying to make that sort of connection between that could possibly be Stu. But it felt very off in certain parts with him. And I don't think that he was alone in Sydney and Mark's house when he was the one who apparently attacked them. My reasoning for that is because of the way that he drops down from the loft space, from the attic. Jessica does the exact same drop at the end of the movie behind Sydney. Yep. So I actually think that could have been Jessica in the attic, and he could have been waiting elsewhere. She could have obviously gone in to get Tatum, and then he could have taken over the fighting part or whatever. But yeah, there was something about him. It felt kind of forced. I don't know if you guys feel the same with that.
Well, when he was in the coffee shop and he did pick up his coffee, and they did that whole noise, I knew something was going to happen with him.
Yeah, they gave that right away.
I think probably for that to work off, for that to have been pulled off better, he probably should have had a scene in the hospital, and then he escapes, and then that scene was a bit later on.
Yeah, because the only scene
that would have made a lot more sense. Sure.
Yeah, instead of just staring at her across the coffee, and then he's at the coffee shop, and then they reveal his ghost face who dies. That was weak, I thought.
Yes.
Agreed.
And it's kind of like, okay, if you want to do that as a red herring, that would have more of an effect, because it would be sort of, you're throwing the audience in the wrong direction a little bit. But like Chris said, there was that certain noise, and it kind of makes you feel like straight away they're going to be a suspect. There's just something with him that just wasn't quite working for me personally, and I didn't like that. If they're going to have 3 killers like they had, you need to have 3 killers at the end, in my opinion, like we had with Scream 6. And that's the only thing that Scream 6 did better than Scream 7, in my opinion, was that they had that number of killers and they utilized them correctly in that way. So I didn't like that. I like that Gale ran him over. I like Gale's entrance. I thought that was probably the best entrance she's had.
It was very Gale.
Yeah.
It definitely was. It definitely was.
And I didn't have a problem with the extra ghost face that dies early. I had a problem with Carl, like you said. Again, it's investment in the character. Who the hell is this guy?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows. He's some weirdo. Because at the time, we didn't even know he was in the hospital. He was just some weirdo that got coffee from Sid. What the hell is that?
They didn't really explain anything. It was horrible.
You know, I mean, it was just so bizarre.
We could have still had the same storyline with the Fallbrook and Jessica being in there without the need of Carl. It just seemed very pointless. Shotty, what do you think about that?
Yeah, when Carl showed up, I I was so confused. I was like, is this someone from the past Scream films I'm missing? I was after the film, I searched up on my phone. I couldn't find anything about him. I was just so confused. It felt like
Yeah,
they
it was
were
odd.
yeah, it felt like they didn't know who they could have the second killer be, so they just got some random guy to be another Ghostface.
Yeah, it's. I agree. It was definitely one of the most random characters to have in, and again, like Shell was saying, there's just no effect on how that could have been anything connected to Sydney, how that could have impacted Sydney or any character really. But Gail, obviously, let's just quickly go into her. She was very freaking good in this movie. Probably my favorite Gail since Scream 2, I'm gonna say.
Again, underutilized.
Yeah, I think she was for me personally, I think she was underutilized as well.
How could she not be involved like in the third act? She wasn't in any part of the third act.
No, she wasn't, and that's a problem for me because Gail has always been there to help Sydney in the final act. Okay, in the hospital, like she was in Scream 4, she was a little bit more limited, but she still helped at the end. And that's the kind of thing that Gail does in a Sydney-centric movie. Even in Scream 5, she was there. So
yeah,
it kind of felt like they did another Scream 6 on her where they just leave her. Like just before all the good stuff happens, they just leave her and crack on. And again, I feel like that's Guy's writing, which is he wants to focus on sort of the newer characters rather than the legacy, but at the same time that doesn't always work because you need that support for Sydney at the end. You need that somebody who, you know, is going to have her back, fighting right next to her. Yes, we got Tatum, but at the same time Tatum was in a very compromised position, as was Mark.
Right.
So
right.
It's very weird. But yeah, in Scream 4 it was a lot different. Like with her being in the hospital, she obviously had the stab to the shoulder, but she went and helped in the end with the whole Clear situation, and it was felt like a unit again.
Right.
But like you said, she's very underutilized. Do you think that we could ever see her return with how we had her in Scream 7?
I think she should be the opening kill in 8.
Interesting.
And maybe if they're going to bring Stu back, then that's how she's killed. She's looking for the paperwork that's missing about Stu's intake or something like that. Like not necessarily back in Woodsboro, but maybe she's in a library or she's in her house, you know, on a computer looking for something. So
guys, can we just sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. Can you please keep it really just keep it nice, because any negativity I don't take in my channel, regardless of if you're a subscriber and a supporter or not. Don't be rude to my guests, and please just be nice and respectful to everybody. Thank you. But yeah, I don't like that. But anyway, we'll get back to the movie. Quickly, we'll just go into sort of end of the movie, and then we'll go into what we sort of think is going to happen and the current state of the community and the toxicity that is very obvious that's happening at the moment. So obviously we had the motive. I think we've all discussed. We weren't really the biggest fans of the reveal, but I think we've all got different outlooks on that. Mine was I didn't like the AI, but I liked the motive and Jessica as a killer. Chris, you've kind of said that you didn't really like the motive. Is that correct?
I don't like the motive itself, and I just think the way Jessica and Ethan Embry, I just think they were bland, to be honest.
That's fair enough. They didn't feel like they had much chemistry. I do give it that.
Again, Ethan Embry started to talk, and she's like, "Shut up." The adults are talking, or whatever the hell she says. So I mean, then he ends up dead, and all he said what, like 52 words in this whole movie, and he's Ghostface. Come on.
Yeah. That was pretty crap. I'm not gonna lie. That was
It's
definitely crap.
awful. What annoys me is like Kevin let it happen.
Please
He
be
had to have
nice
more
and
pull
kind.
in this. Like, why didn't he go to the studio and say, you know what, let's wait 6 months because this guy sucks. He's got to go.
Yeah,
Or
it
something,
would
you know?
it would make sense when the whole rewriting was happening. I think it probably would have been better, although we wouldn't have had Scream 7 as early as what we did. It would have
I
been
would
better if
rather
Kevin
wait.
over quantity over quality is how I feel like
Right.
they've done it.
But I mean, you
And
can
it needs to be the
definitely
other way.
tell that Radio Silence doesn't have their pulse or their finger on the pulse of Scream. You can tell that in 5 and you can tell it in 6.
100%.
And I'm not saying 5 and 6 are horrible movies because they're not. They're just
No.
they're not Scream movies to me. You know, they don't flow. It's like somebody took 2 Friday the 13th movies and stuck them in there. They're too different. I mean, they are the same in some ways, but they're not Scream movies to me.
No, I do agree.
If that makes
with
any
that.
sense. I don't know if what
And
I'm
the
saying
writing,
makes sense.
if the writing, if the writing needed to be strong, and there's a way to make a really good Scream movie. The writing was horrible for those both movies. If the writing was like really, really good and top notch, you could do something awesome with 5 and 6. But the writing was horrible.
Right. Like Davey said, Davey just popped in and said they feel like high production value fan films. Agreed.
I agreed. Yeah, agree.
Davey
on
said
that.
it way
Fully
better than
agree.
I did.
Well, I saw over the weekend. At least they fought to get the Scream 5 they wanted because the Paramount wanted to do something completely different. Apparently, half of the middle, half of the start was all changed, and they wanted to cut half of it out.
In
And they
what?
said no.
Scream 7?
In Scream 5.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Scream, yeah, it was just coming out over the weekend.
Interesting.
Paramount wanted them to do. They wanted them to cut out like certain bits, and I think the whole opening was different as well. And they said, "No, this is what we're doing. This is a
No,
Scream
the
film
opening is
we
the
want to
opening
make."
in 5 is actually good.
It is good.
I,
That just shows you that studio executives don't know what the heck they're talking about.
Oh, they have no idea because it's the people in the suits. You know, it's in
Yeah.
regular
Explain to them.
business
They don't
too.
care about the
You know,
movie
like
or
everyday
story.
life. The people in the suits making the decision, and they have no damn idea what's going on the production floor.
That's because they put money first before the movie.
Yes.
Mhm. Well, we just made
Yeah,
$100 million,
100%.
so let's do this because this is what's going to make us money. You know.
No, exactly. But the one thing that I do think that 5 got right, and this leads us very into my next point, is they did sort of predict about the toxic fandom, which is very, very, very heavy right now. Now, I am not a person who likes to get involved in drama. I don't like toxicity. I don't like any negativity. I don't like it when people demand that their opinion is the only opinion. And if you disagree with that opinion, you are in the wrong and you're an idiot. I don't like that mentality.
Oh, yeah.
But
Absolutely.
we're seeing it an awful, awful lot on YouTube, on Instagram, everywhere that you go about Scream. It's very, very negative. Have you guys seen a lot of that? And what are your opinions on the fandom at the moment?
I'm very disappointed with the fandom actually because I've seen a lot of this toxicity going on, especially in the Scream community, and it's actually in horror in general. But since we're talking about Scream, it ticks me off when people get so upset that their opinions, their only opinion, especially if you like the movie, you like the movie. You dislike the movie, you dislike the movie. Okay, if you liked Stu was in the movie, fine. If you didn't like Stu was fine. You don't have to be dicks about it. You know what I mean? So, and that's what I've been seeing right now. And it's getting so ridiculous, especially the ones who were attacking people because certain people weren't in it, and that was toxically about that. That was so stupid. I didn't boycott Scream 6 because Nev wasn't in it. I still went and watched because I'm a Scream fan. So, and I wanted to see what happened. And the boycott didn't do shit anyway because look at it, it already surpassed the original anyway. So they were saying.
Agreed.
So I'm just sick and tired that why can't people just respect opinions? It's okay to like something. It's okay to dislike something. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Make your own opinions. Make your own opinions about movies. Who cares what everyone else thinks about it?
That was cute, shot.
So,
I was just counting your eyebrows.
So I'm really disappointed.
That was adorable.
I'm messing with the settings on my MacBook right now.
It's all good.
That
was cute.
So
suddenly we were very close.
That is very cute. Yeah, you're very close. But yeah, there's some of that I'm disappointed where.
But in a lot of it, you know, it's keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people they're confrontational behind the screen.
Yeah,
they're not going to they're not going to really get in your face like face to face like this or in a social setting. But the keyboard warriors, they can say whatever they want and they can be assholes. Pardon my French. But that's part of why social media and everything that we've built sucks so bad. You know,
I agree.
Because it's terrible.
Yes, the best thing
and they care about the repercussions. They don't care about. And some people, like, I don't like Scream 4. It's growing on me.
I'll kick her out in a minute, guys. Don't worry.
See ya. But if someone actually, a quick little side story. Chris and I were doing a stream about over a year ago, and someone who's not from my country was criticizing my president. And the fact that I supported them went off on me for over an hour because of what I supported. Not her country, nothing. She went, look at Chris smiling. She went nuts. But I mean, I wasn't face to face. She's in Australia. What the hell was I going to do about that? But like, you know what I mean? And like, why? What did that? And she made me almost feel bad for what I felt. And that's what pissed me off the most because I let her get to me. But you don't know how people feel about what they feel. It's not only what they feel, it's how personal and private it is to them. And then you say crap to them like that. And you can actually hurt someone, like genuinely gut them because what you're saying. And that's what upsets me most about it. And I mean, people are very serious about their Scream stuff. And I'm not just saying the Scream stuff, but it could be your president. It could be your, like Melissa Barrera's stuff on
Palestine and stuff.
Thank you. I couldn't remember the name. But I mean, people went after her about that. People supported her about it who don't even know where Palestine is. But then people went after her because of her feelings. Shut up. It's none of your damn business. She went out. She said something. Leave her alone.
Exactly that. And I think it needs to stop. It needs to stop.
God. It needs to stop in every aspect of life. It's terrible.
I agree with that. I really do. And I think that there's, and I'm not targeting anybody in particular. I am not targeting any kind of group in particular when I say this. A lot of people who really want to see Stu alive, it's great. Good for you. Carry on doing it if that's what you want. Pretty much it has been confirmed that Stu is dead since the movie. It's been confirmed in the movie. Keep on theorizing though, because that is really awesome. However, what I don't like is the toxicity coming from that side, demanding that Stu is alive. And if you think that he isn't, you're thick, you're not a true Stu fan, you're this, that. And it's like, I get it. You're very passionate about that. Don't be insulting with your opinions. It's great that you have that opinion, but I can also have my opinion that he's dead and he's not going to come back alive and that would ruin the franchise. But I respect your opinion and I love hearing your theories, but I like the politeness, I like respect, and I like to have, that just mutual agreement that you can agree to disagree.
Right.
And we're not getting that at the moment in the fandom. We're not getting that at all. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's very, very weird at the moment. There's definitely, since Scream 7's release, there's definitely been a very, very weird sort of atmosphere.
Especially since the Surgeon event as well. So
bear with me. Okay, guys, can we, like I keep on saying, can we just please keep the chat respectful, because I will be banning people if disrespect keeps on going on. as I've said, and you've just heard me say it, it's not my kind of thing to be negative. I don't like having that kind of thing going on. Okay, you're gonna get blocked, dude. I'm sorry. You're not happening.
Yeah, get out.
I don't appreciate that. I don't like it. Don't disrespect my guests. Don't disrespect me when I say that I do not like negativity on my channel or in general. Don't disrespect anybody in my chat. Thank you. And that goes for anybody. I don't care if you are a supporter, subscriber, if you've super chatted me, if you're a member, I'm not having it. So thank you.
Yeah, there's no need to be dicks. Respect everyone's opinion.
Exactly. And that's what I like. I like to be respectful. I like to have that respect for people. My friend and I are two different opposite sides of the political party. We get on like a house on fire. We're still best friends, and you can have that kind of thing. You can still be that kind of way. Just like you can be a supporter of Stu being dead and you can be a supporter of Stu being live, you can still come and you can have a respectful chat. But there's also been toxicity sort of about the movie itself. And if you think that the movie is good, you're thick.
Yeah, I got a lot of it.
I don't like that. I've had a lot of that as well. I don't like that.
I got it the opposite way.
Yeah.
Oh really? Like you think?
Yeah, when my review,
bad?
I said, "Oh, you got the worst. You've done the reverse. You've done the worst review I've ever seen. You don't know what you're talking about."
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's stupid.
It just doesn't make sense. Why can't people just agree that you have a difference of opinion?
If you like it, you dislike it. Who cares?
Exactly. Like
Respect each
it's
other's
not the
opinions.
exactly. In my opinion, it's not the best Scream movie, but it's not the worst Scream movie. But why should that matter to anybody else? Like you can have your own opinion about it. Shot, have you had anybody be funny about your opinions on anything within Scream?
Surprisingly, no. The only time I've gotten like hate and like death threats was when I made
Death threats?
For what?
Yeah. So I made a video about James Gunn's Superman, and that when that was coming out, that was like very controversial because you had the Zack Snyder cult type people, and then you had just normal DC fans. I was more on that side, and I had Zack Snyder type people coming at me for liking the movie and saying I think it's going to be good. And there's some people out of band.
Yeah, those people are horrible. It's not the first one I've seen that, so let's hope that Scott by Shot got it. Yeah, because those Slack Snyder fans just want Snyder stuff. I see them tag so many YouTube channels about it. It's horrible.
Yeah. I don't get death threats. I really don't. And you see actors getting them by you saw it with Neve Campbell. She was getting death threats for coming back into Scream, and it's like it's just
Melissa Barrera got it, Christopher Landon got it.
But in the grand scheme of things, it's a fucking movie.
Besides, he's the one that started this franchise.
Exactly. That has absolutely nothing to do with how your life goes.
No.
It has nothing to do with your marriage, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your dog, your cat, your job, nothing.
This is
it
why
is a film. If you don't want to see it, don't go. If you want to see it 100 times, by all means, get all the popcorn you can.
It's not going to be the
Otherwise,
worst thing ever.
shut up.
Exactly that. Excuse me, I'm just going to cough.
And that's why I go to watch movies to avoid this stuff. I don't want to see it watching the movies too.
Right.
No, we have so much negativity in the world. You don't want it to happen in the entertainment industry. Like, there's just no point in being that sort of negative, that sort of aggressive. I find it very weird, and I'm sorry when I say this, but I do find those people to be quite mentally unstable, because if you're threatening to kill somebody just because of their involvement in a movie or their opinion on a movie, there is something very seriously wrong, and it's not somebody's opinion on a movie, it's somebody's mental state. And I really do. That's why I've been very quiet on my channel the past couple of weeks, because I'm letting everything die down a little bit before I start posting videos again, especially surrounding Scream, or before I start doing more posts and everything, because of the negativity. It really has sort of put a downer on the actual movie itself, which again I think has sort of affected the way that this movie has come across.
Agreed.
It's quite sad that we are actually living in a world where you can't actually enjoy something without being criticized for it when you're not hurting others. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, that's what I mean, Shell. That's what I mean, Shell. I haven't talked about it this week on our channel. We were over it.
Yeah, we're done.
100%. I don't want to have, you know, all of that crap, all of that toxicity in my little circle. It's not what I'm about. You can say what you want about me, the way I look, the way I talk, the way that I present myself. That's absolutely fine. Like, I don't care. You can say something about my opinion or something. I don't care. But when it comes to that much toxicity, it's just like you have to try and pull yourself out away from what you can at the end of the day without keeping yourself there.
I've been doing the same thing. That's why I've been doing other videos and other live streams just to get away from it and just have fun.
And you do see some content creators completely rolling with it and making it sort of playing on the toxicity and really enjoying that. And that's, you know, that's completely down to them. You go for it, and if that's what you want to do, that's fine, but that's not what I like to do. So yeah, the
horror community in general is supposed to be a fun community, not a toxic one.
No, exactly that. I'm just catching up with the chat, so let's just see what people have to say in here, get a little bit more positivity.
Because
I love the British accent you have, and what are your favorite horror comedies? Thank you very much. Scary Movie is mine, guys. What horror comedies do you guys sort of enjoy?
Scary Movie.
Freaky.
It's
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It's 10 out of 10.
Rocky Horror Picture Show is amazing, Shell.
Since you guys
I'm
are
not a scary movie fan, but I did I do enjoy
one.
Rocky Horror.
Oh, I got two of them. Since you guys already said scary movie, because I love scary movie, but I love Killer Clowns and Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. It's pretty funny.
Yes. I forgot about that. Oh, that's good fun.
Freaky, that's another good one, who was directed by Christopher Landon, who was supposed to do Scream 7 in the first place.
He was. We would have had a very different Scream 7, I think, if he had have been on to direct it.
I just want to throw this in quick.
Go ahead.
One of the channels that I watch he's a big Scream fan. He did a video on the Kevin bowing out of 8 everything. And he said, you know, who would you like to see direct 8? And he's a big Fincher fan. So he threw Fincher in there. I thought that would be outstanding.
That would be interesting.
It's not a name here being thrown in
one
the
of
mix,
my favorite too. No, that would be outstanding. I'm like, you call him and Kyle, get on that. Call his people. Because you got the people.
Yes, I do.
We want Fincher direct in 8 and 9. That would be outstanding.
That would be outstanding to see him direct.
I never even thought of him because he's not really in that universe, you know. But he would be really great.
You would. I quite like that. We've got Jordan going on about Jurassic Park here. No, you're fine. Jurassic Park is actually I'm petrified of dinosaurs, so I can't watch those comfortably. I know. Are there any sort of genres that you guys, or anything that you guys find scary that isn't necessarily considered horror?
No. Yeah.
That's really tough. And Em has told me a lot about Jurassic Park, and she's seen me in a live stream get stuck in Jurassic Park once.
I love Jurassic Park. I love those movies.
I do enjoy them, but I just get scared of them.
That cracks me up.
But yeah.
I mean, I'm not making fun of you because you're afraid of something. I just think it's hilarious that you're afraid of dinosaurs, because it's not like one could knock on your door.
Well, I don't know.
It cracks me up.
I don't know.
Well, if a dinosaur shows up with a British accent,
I'm going to crochet you a dinosaur, and I'm going to mail him to you.
You're cruel. You are cruel. But I appreciate the thought there. Scream 8 already was greenlit before 7 released in theaters, and 8 starts filming in the fall. It actually came out, I think I saw earlier I saw that it wasn't greenlit, but I hope that it is greenlit, because I think
Paramount
we do need
announced
just
it
one.
yet.
I don't think it's been
Hi.
officially greenlit, but in the back room, it's been greenlit.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
not
We'll
officially.
see.
And it takes like a month and a half to get from the back room to the front of the room.
Very true. Very true. Davey's saying, wait, what? Afraid of dinosaurs? You know they've been extinct for a bit, right?
That's why it makes me laugh.
Dave,
So-
you keep talking like that, you're being extinct. No.
Literally,
I love it.
literally, it's the only thing that scares the crap out of me. I blame Jurassic Park when I was a kid. That's the only thing I can think of.
Oh, it's so fun.
But
I love it.
I don't get scared of anything else. So I actually genuinely like getting that adrenaline from being scared and going on like the Jurassic World and Jurassic Park rides and stuff like that. Oh, you're saying actually it is greenlit. Awesome. I hope it is. I hope what I saw earlier was not true, because I think we definitely need a Scream 8, and I think
I'll
that
say
it needs to be.
I'll just say check your facts.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but we'll definitely see. I hope it is, but we'll see.
Cliffhanger. On a cliffhanger ending on it.
I would love that
Oh, hang
8
on.
and 9 to be a two-parter, and I would love to know a ghost face early. I want that so bad.
Like
His
you want
original
Jason-
plans
Like
for
we did
Scream
in 8.
4.
Like we did in 8. We got
Yeah.
Jason. Of course, Jason didn't hang around very long, but I would love that to get
think
like
that
a
would be
Jason
very
in the
cool.
beginning and then watch him interact with Sydney and the cast. I think that would be
very
outstanding.
cool. And I think we need. I personally think that, because a lot of people are saying Scream 8 should not be around Sydney, it shouldn't be around Tatum, it should be either around somebody new or go back to Tara and Sam. I personally would just like to see a
Ghostface is the main character.
No, like I would. It's probably just because I'm a massive Nev Campbell and Sydney fan, but I would like to see that just all be sort of tied up with a better sort of
think so too.
reception
Wrap
of
it
a
up.
movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, with a movie that's going to hit fans with a better storyline than what 7 has given some people. Make it feel like it's been an actual Scream movie and everything's just been completed with her, Tatum, Mark, because I really want to see Mark back. That's where I can
Absolutely.
see it going, and that's where I hope to see it go. But what do you guys think about that?
I would love to see Tatum and Mark and Nev continue with an awesome story that makes sense, and I think that's where it should go, because I would love to see them do something very, very cool where that else can go. Because come up with something very, very unique and special for those characters to do something cool in 8. You know what I mean? And give us a real really good mystery to why this Ghostface is coming after them in 8. So
Yes.
because as much there wasn't as the mystery aspect that I wanted in Scream 7 didn't really get that as much. I want that in 8. So
Yeah, I want to see a bit more mystery. I want to see a bit more of a fun sort of take on it, but also have that sort of full-bodiedness of that we haven't had in a Scream movie in a while. So I'm just reading the chat, just to make sure nobody's being rude.
They are.
Yeah, I pretty much guessed it. Guys, please, this is the first time I've ever had to really keep my eye on the chat. And I don't like it. It's not what my channel is about, so please just keep it respectful. I'm fed up of asking in this stream. It's a little bit disrespectful. So if you are a supporter of any of our channels, please just be kind in the chat. If you're not, you don't have to be here. That's all I'll say. But thank you guys for keeping an eye on the chat. If I'm not getting to comments, I really do apologize. We're obviously having an in-depth discussion. And yeah, if I'm not getting to anything, I do apologize, but it's just because I have guests on. We are talking about it all, and my streams, sometimes I can't get to everything, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to get to you or that we're ignoring you. But yeah, I do really think that this stream tonight has kind of been a little bit of proof of what we were saying earlier about the toxicity.
Absolutely.
For
Been a
sure.
little
Like,
hostile.
yeah, seeing it in the actual chat, it's definitely proving it. And this is why I've been trying to keep away, because of these kind of comments, this kind of disrespect for other people. I don't appreciate that. I don't know who's going on at the moment, but Ghost in the Dark Hills saying 3C said the Scream fans are toxic, and it is definitely showing. Like I just said, it is showing. Gina's saying, what would you think if they didn't use any more from 7 and 8 and start new? I don't think it's needed. I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, they got to continue on from now.
Yeah, they do. They
But
definitely
Sydney,
do.
I will say this though, Sydney now needs to take a back seat though. I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
I would like to see it more focused on Tatum if they go forward with Sydney. Keep it on Tatum. Have Sydney sort of as a supporting role in the background. And then I do think Scream does need to sort of come to an end for quite a while. If not for good, in my personal opinion. Do you think that Scream, do you guys think that Scream should be coming to a sort of a natural end soon?
Yes,
probably around this story, yes.
Bear with me. Sorry, I'm just making Bubba a mod.
Just so you know, I put someone out in a timeout.
Okay, cool. Who was that?
That was the one that just kept wouldn't let stuff go. I think it was Mad something.
Okay.
He needed
I
one.
timed it. I timed him out.
I can't.
Okay,
it won't let me. It says I'm a mod, but it won't let me do anything.
Are you trying to do it on StreamYard, or are you trying to do it on?
I had to do it on
I'm in StreamYard. Yeah,
you
damn
have to do it.
it.
You have to do it on actual YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
I had to do it on my phone.
Gotcha.
Anytime, Bubba. Thank you for keeping your eye out. And exactly, like Shot is saying, not all fans are toxic, and that's where we're not toxic people. Us 5 here, and majority of the people in the chat just want to have a nice conversation, want to crack on with it, and just want to have that discussion, whether we agree or not on certain situations. We just want to have that sort of nice chat. So I agree with you there. I did see one about from Edward saying that nobody gets his comments. Now, he's a very big, I don't see where it's gone. I don't know if he's been timed out because he can't find his comment now. But he's a very big Stu believer. Now, here we go. Stu believer. I'm really sorry if I've missed anything, Edward. I'm not meaning to at all. But whatever you think about it is that you have your right to think about however you want to think about a certain situation. So just because people either might not understand it or might not agree with you, don't ever stop having that opinion, because you are entitled to it. So keep doing what you do. You come up with some amazing theories, even if I'm not in agreement with them. I still think they're amazing. So don't stop what you're doing.
100%. I always respect
100%.
people who want to stay alive. It's always it makes it fun when people do that.
It does.
That's really respectful.
It does, and I agree with that.
That's why I love the late great Steven from Crazy of the Scary. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When he was the huge, the Stu trained the doctor, but he still respected people that didn't want Stu to come back. So and that's why I miss him.
Yeah, he was great. He was very and he embraced everybody. He embraced everybody's theories, everybody's opinions, and I hope that in some way people feel like comfortable enough here to discuss their theories, because I'll never snub anybody's theories on stuff. I will never disagree with anybody to the point where I'd be disrespectful at all. So please just keep it all coming, guys. Just like I said, just be nice. Cool. I'm glad you're back, but just keep it respectful. Just go with what the mods are saying and keep it respectful, and we won't have to time you out. But yeah, so we're coming up to that sort of nearly an hour and a half mark, which is sort of what I usually pretty much go for in my streams. I'm pretty much just going to ask you all, where do you want it to go, and how do you feel about the franchise going forward, and what would you like to see next? Kyle, we'll start with you.
For me, still like for just in general.
Yeah, where do you want to see the franchise going, and where can you what do you think is going to come next?
I would love, like I said, I would love the next Scream franchise go into a very cool direction, especially with Tatum in the main character. Because there's so much more stuff you can do with her. I want to, and we didn't really get. I really want something that's really dark and personal because we never really ever got a really dark. We didn't even get that um in Screen 7. I really want a really dark personal ghost face. I really want the suspense. I want the mystery. I want the franchise going a cool place that is a Scream movie, but something that we haven't really seen in this franchise before because it's always been safe. But I want it's gonna go in a cool ways, but still feel like a Scream movie, but a dark and personal ghost face because there's so much more you can do with this franchise. And give us that ending and not just the same ending either. I want an ending that's just like talked about and not just the same old. We get the reveals and they die. I want a special ending, very cool ending. So I want the franchise to go in a cool direction, but very dark and personal, and give us a Scream movie we'll never forget. That's cool for all fans.
Great. What about you, Shell?
I echo a lot of what Kyle said. I want the psychological thriller part of it back. Like, I mean, a lot of people said they figured out that it was Billy and Stu in the beginning. I did not. I don't try to figure it out. I just watch it. But something like that, where like at the end, the ending is like, what's going to happen next? You're wondering, not like a lot of the ones we've had recently where you just know that everybody's going to die. They're going to have a big monologue and we're going to move on. You know, it can be, so I would love that 2-parter, because I think in order to get the right character development, you really need a longer movie.
Agreed.
Or less development with other characters, which you can't really spare. So I think a 2-parter would be really great, where at the end of the first one, we find out who one of the ghosties is, or maybe both of them. And then in the next one, there's 2 or 3 more of them. I don't know.
No, I like that. I like that.
And just better characters and a better reveal. Because like Kyle said, it's the same crap all the time. Now, while Jessica's motive was a lot different than anything we've had before, it's just the same crap. You know, we didn't know her. We had no investment. We really we need more. We need to do better.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Shot by Shot?
So mainly better motives, have whoever the killer is have more character development. So when they're introduced, it's like it's actually shocking. And yeah, and also what I want to see is what happened to that rumored Kirby spinoff show that was going to take place in between Scream 4 and 5 with her becoming like a cop and trying to unsolve Ghostface mysteries.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely
that might be interesting.
there is some stuff they could do with it for sure. What about you, Chris? What do you kind of hope for?
I'd definitely like to see the dark and mystery aspect about it with the story and stuff, but kind of an idea that I've been floating around on. We've kind of talked about it before, and I'm going to pinch sort of what Davey's talked about as well. Should probably get like a Mark and Tatum sort of on a road trip for colleges, or like some sort of like theatre art school, and Tatum and Mark could be on the road all the time, and they're getting chased by a ghost face. I think that would be something different. Cool. And I would, I'm definitely all for if they do like a whole, if they take a swing with the motive like they did in 7. I just want it to pay off more for me.
No, that's fair. I've never thought of that. It'd be quite an interesting little take on it to see something different like that.
I would also love it. When you mentioned the road, Chris, I would love to see Ghostface in a car chasing the movie.
Well, it could happen. He did drive in
Yeah.
Scream 2, so
Well, yeah, to see him chasing after
Yeah.
the car.
Yeah, it's not like Michael driving or anything. At least this guy's actually human.
Right. Hey, jerk, speed kills.
That's very true. For me personally, like I said, I'm just a Sydney fan, and I can see people in the chat don't think that this is something that could work or who they think could go after Tatum. But I would like to see Tatum being the main focus next, and Sydney sort of taking a background role, but it's still linking to Sydney in some way, and then it just coming to a nice end. But I don't think that that's going to be the way that they're going to go. I'm honestly a little bit nervous for where it's going to go next. I don't see.
Yeah, me too.
It's kind of like, do you remember when Melissa Barrera was like, "I'm not coming back for Scream 7," and everybody was like, "Oh, what's going to happen with Scream?" Myself included, because I was like, well, Nev's already got a bit of a bad sort of relationship with Paramount because of Scream 6 and them not offering her rates and all of that, and it was a bit like up in the air. And I feel a little bit like that again, like we're sort of, oh crap, what's going to happen? But I'm sure it will all sort of come into place, and whatever we get if we get anything. But I'm a bit nervous for it. So we will definitely see kind of what happens there. I'm going to start wrapping it up, just because I know Shell's got something very shortly over on Chris and Shell Talk Movies, so definitely go and check it out. Also, I think we've kind of exhausted Scream 7, and I don't really want to continue to talk about it for much longer. Kyle, what do you have coming up on your channel?
So you could find me on the Flip Another World. I do have another video game stream this Tuesday. Someone asked me to do Texas Chainsaw once again since it's been so long, so I'm going to do a live stream of that on Tuesday. And then you will catch me on Kristen Shell's channel for the next few days for Paranormal Activity and Saw 2.
Back.
I'm back.
He's back.
And then next Sunday, I'm bringing on Carrie Craves Cinema, Dominic St. Clair for a Meat Hook Massacre 4 watch party, and the director of that movie will be joining us for that to do a little discussion as we watch it with him. That's gonna be a lot of fun. There is interviews coming up very soon. Someone from Screen 7. That's all I'm gonna say. So can't wait for that. And then you will see me and M eventually continuing our Halloween Watch Party series with Chris with the Rob Zombie ones. So that'll be coming up eventually. So a lot of content coming. So
great. And Chris and Shell, what do you have coming up?
Well, Shell's
makes me do it.
Shell's got her Oscar watch party coming up in a few hours, and as Kyle mentioned, Kyle's got to be joining us for the we're starting the Paranormal Activity franchise tonight, my time. What else we got? We've also got
we're continuing Saw
and Transformers as well. Kyle's going to be joining me as well later on this week. We're going to be doing Beavis and Butthead Do America, which is going to be a bit of fun.
Skipping that one.
And then Kyle and Em are going to be joining me. It will be Saturday. I think it's about 9:30 a.m. US time. We're going to be doing we're doing the Jackass Marathon. So we're doing the marathon, but in four separate streams, which will continue straight after.
Shell will be gone for that one.
Oh, Shell, you're going to leave
out
me
of
with
town.
the Stinky Boys.
I'll stop it and maybe say hi, but yeah, I will be out of town for 5 days. So sorry, Em, you are on your own for that shit.
Damn it.
You got it.
And Shotty, what do you have coming up?
I've been for like 3 months been editing a Scream fan film that will be releasing hopefully soon if I can, stop procrastinating. And then I've been taking a bit of a YouTube break. So I'll return to YouTube someday, but I've been focusing on e-bikes and been building my own. So yeah.
Nice.
Amazing. Shotty does some really good little fan movies, and they're very good to watch. So if you haven't already checked them out, definitely go ahead and check them out. As for all of my guests tonight, they are great content creators, great people, and I really enjoy having all of them on my channel and having the conversations that I have with them. For me, I have got a video coming out, should be this week, but who knows with my work schedule, with regards to Chucky, and it is the beginning of a new series that I'm going to be starting on my channel. So that will be coming soon, and I also will be doing some lives that are going to be unrelated to Scream, so keep your eye open for that. I've got a members only live that will be coming up as well, called the Slasher Sit Down, where I bring a guest on for every episode, and we get to know them a little bit more in depth than just horror. So that will be quite a fun little thing to do. If you are a member, definitely keep your eyes out for that. Just quickly going to say bye to a few people who haven't been in. Tom Baker coming in saying not into Scream, but it's good to see her and not her YouTube icon. I'm glad it's good to see me because I hate being on camera, but thanks. I'm glad that I think it's nice to make it a little bit more personable and just come on, even if it's jumping outside of my comfort zone. So yeah. Davey's saying keep an eye out for the dinosaur stream coming up very soon. Definitely. We will be watching the Jurassic Park. No, I'm joking.
Chris and I will be watching them later this year, so you are more than welcome to join us.
Yeah,
thanks. They're already on the schedule.
Well, that'll end up being the awesome foursome because Carl's joining us too for that.
Oh well, there you go. You have to do it now.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. I'm planning on going to Orlando in November, and unfortunately the Jurassic Park ride is currently closed, but it does open up on my birthday, which I will be out there for. So what better way to spend my birthday than being on the Jurassic Park ride and absolutely shitting myself? You never know.
And you guys will catch me in USA, the States, sometime this year. So
yeah,
maybe
exactly
twice.
That. So maybe 100 times. Who flipping knows? But yeah, thank you for joining me, guys. I have had a wonderful time talking to you, despite some negativity in the chat. You're always great to have on, so thank you for joining me. Everybody in the chat, thank you for being here. And thank you for joining in the conversations. I do apologize that I haven't gotten around to as many comments as I would usually like to do, but please come back again when I will be live and we'll be discussing all sorts going forward. But in the meantime, have a good rest of your Sunday and take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.